Welcome in. It is day 350, and you're speaking to the Meeple's champion. That's right, 350. We are almost done with our full year of reviews, and we are going to continue that trend today by going into an old classic. Today we're going to be talking about the game Parcheesi. Now in Parcheesi, the concept of the game is that everybody's going to have 4 of their own player tokens in their own space. On your turn, you're going to roll 2 dice. Now, if you roll a 5, that releases a pawn. So you'll take it out and you'll place it on your starting spot. And if you roll 2 5s, you can move out 2 of them. However, if there's already one on the starting spot, you cannot move 3 pieces to a spot, so you'll only have 2. Now, when you roll, you're going to be able to choose if you want to either take somebody out if they have the 5, or either with that 5, or if they roll any other number, moving a piece that's already on the board. And if you have multiple pieces on the board, you can choose to either add those numbers together or use them on individual pieces. Now, once you've moved a piece, you are going to then proceed to the next player's turn unless you roll doubles. If you roll doubles, then you get to roll again. If you have your piece on a spot that's marked with a circle, and another player either lands on you or goes past you, you are safe. However, if a player were to land or go past you normally, you would be sent back to your starting spot. If you have 2 pieces together, not only can nobody pass you, but if they were to go and to be trying to get past you, they would basically be blocked from the move. They can't use that piece. They have to use it elsewhere. Now, you're going to proceed with your 4 pieces, attempting to try to get these around the board until you get to your path. Now, your path is colored in your color, and nobody but you can enter that path. And once you enter it, you're going to be trying to proceed up the path and into your home space. The first player to get all 4 of their pawns into their home space win the game. Well, that's the basics, but why don't we jump in, let's talk our 7 categories and see where this game lands for us. The art. When it comes to the art, there really isn't much art here. The board, the pieces, the box, it's just colors. It's just a little bit of red and green and blue and yellow, and that's it. There's really no art. It's going to be a thumbs down. Components. You got 2 dice and you've got 16 pawns between the 4 players. I mean, they're fine, but to me, the components are nothing special. I'm not worried about them necessarily breaking, but they don't do anything to make this game feel great. I have to give it a rare thumbs down. I don't normally do that to a game that has working pieces, but this is just not enough pieces for me to really give it acknowledgement. Your price. This is a game that's not as available as it used to be. Yeah, you might find this for $20, $25, but are you going to find it? I don't think you're finding this in the average board game store. I don't think you're finding this in any board game store. I think you're finding this in Savers and Goodwills. It's maybe online, but I don't think you're going to find this in loads online. This is one of those games that maybe you find it at a Target. I think that's like the one spot you'll find it in. And it's an okay game, but to me, this is not a game that for its price, I'm picking this up for anybody. Even for a kid, I feel like there's better games to start from. I think this is one that's been surpassed for the most part. It's a nice little teaching game, so maybe a teacher would like this for their school to help kids understand the concept of identifying colors, being able to understand how to count, stuff like that. But beyond that, I just don't see much use for it. Thumbs down. The difficulty. This is not for experts. This is not for experienced. Even it's not for beginners. Kids are your best case, and even there, like I said, I think this is a group situation, a school situation, a parent trying to teach their kids situation. But I don't think this is your 10-year-olds and older, which is what I consider kids. I think this is more, if you're going to be teaching kids about colors and numbers, this is like your 3, 4, 5 area. To me, this is just not for any difficulty level. Thumbs down. Replayability. I mean, if nobody's playing it, nobody's replaying it. It's obviously thumbs down. Keys to victory. This is a game based solely on rolling dice. And you have to get pieces even out by rolling a 5. To me, there is no keys here. It's all luck. Thumbs down. the game unique? It's roll and move. That's all the game is. There are plenty of those. It's not a unique game. Thumbs down. Overall, what do I think? I think this is one of those games that as a kid I loved it, and looking back on it now, would I play this with my daughter? Yes. But it's not one I'm looking to try to pull out and teach her. I think there's better games that can teach her in better ways that are going to be more of a really challenging her type game. So for me, this isn't one going into my collection. That being said, don't be afraid to pick it up because it does help a young kid with colors, with numbers, and that's kind of what I'm looking at this game as now, is a teaching game. So I don't recommend to get it for most people, but for a few of you it will work. Well, it has been day 350, and we've been speaking of the game Parcheesi, and you've been speaking to the Meeple's champion. Like, share, subscribe, and check down below in the description. I'll be adding an Amazon link in case you want to get this game for your collection. And don't forget to check me out on Board Game Arena under the Meeple's champion. You can game request me, friend request me. I try to be on a couple times a day. Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow.